Item 16 has been laid over, and so we're now going to item number 17, application for a certificate of appropriateness in the Borough of Manhattan, docket number 15-1397, block 530, lot 24, 35 Great Jones Street in the NoHo Historic District, a Romanesque revival-style store and loft building designed by Cleverton and Putzel and built in 1893 to 94. This is an application to legalize sidewalk work completed in non-compliance with Landmarks Preservation Commission permits.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Hillary Paget, Preservation Department staff. This property is located up the south side of Great Jones Street between Lafayette Street and Bowery. Photographs show the building prior to designation. This one happens to be in the 70s. And also after designation, but prior to work, it was completed at the sidewalk. Additional photographs show conditions of the cast iron vault-like panels and cast iron framing concealed by diamond plate that were to be repaired, reinstalled, and covered with new diamond plate in conjunction with replacing existing concrete sidewalk pursuant to a certificate of no effect permit issued in 2009. The applicants are proposing to legalize the removal of the cast iron vault-like panels and structure and the replacement with steel structure and concrete sidewalk that was installed in non-compliance with that permit. The engineer is here to present the application.
Hello, my name is Alfred Coleman. I'm the original applicant for the project. This project was approved prior, and then we modified it. We're asking for approval for the second application. Would you mind if I bring this here closer because it's so far? Sure. And it's kind of fuzzy in terms of distance. This is part of the sidewalk. This has a boiler room down here, so it's a full cellar in a sense. This is part of the curb, and this is the building. Initially, when we did probes, we found that these are also brick arches at this point. The arch and the steel look good, so we intended to save the arches and save the steel, take the topping off the concrete, and put some waterproofing, and then put a sandwich slab on top of the arch system. And so during this phase was to be reinforced. These are structural members for the glass sidewalk. There was fragmented glass sidewalk here. The rest of it was paneled. This is a hatch here that's there originally. It's a second egress from the boiler room. When we started the demo of this area, we found that the beams here, especially these two and over here, were rotted out due to the transition of the glass panels to the sidewalk. So it's taken on a lot of water for many years. I neglected to take this photograph, but this is basically what we found. It was totally eaten out. The steel was good on both sides except for where the center is. Sorry to include that. So with that known, we decided to do a whole new framing system, which included taking out the brick arches, putting new steel framing in, going this way. We had to conform to the 300 pounds per square foot sidewalk load. We put a steel in it, corrugated deck, concrete sub-slab, waterproofing, and a finished slab. And that's basically it. And then now it's totally waterproof, and it's an entire, this area is now functioning as water.
Generally a mess.
Let me.
It's just a question. Just a question.
Just a question about it. If you had at the time been given direction by the commission to retain the steel diamond plate as the surfacing material for the portion of the sidewalk that was previously glass light, would you have been able to adequately waterproof it so that you not needed to have poured the concrete in that area?
No. First of all, they were fragmented glass sidewalk. There was no panel salvageable.
Take it out, take out the steel, put in new steel, but instead of putting back a concrete sidewalk, put back, leave the steel frame and put the diamond plate on top.
The diamond plate on top. The only problem, we have a problem is that the transition between the steel framing and the steel sidewall and the concrete. There's always a joint there. In the good old days, they used to use a horseshoe-shaped cast iron that would collect the water and divert it as a gutter. This system didn't have that. Now that's a great detail, and that's the only way it would work, is that you can divert water from that joint because the joint will expand and you would have a flood condition.
Part of the problem for me is that that joint is now gone. You see, there was this fabulous historic photo.
Yeah,
It's a joint. Why can't you put back diamond plate on top of it?
oh, we can put diamond plate on top, I mean, that's
Something
basic.
to create
Would that
that
be a, would
two-part.
it be a trip hazard now that you're putting it on top? of
Well,
the
no,
concrete?
diamond plate is normally put on top, right on concrete, it's never recessed. In fact, you don't want to recess it because water will pond there, and it's always been a problem. The problem with diamond plate is that it rots out after 5 years, and then it starts popping up, and all the bolts come out, and what have you. And I have a sandwich there, so I can't penetrate through
We
the
should have put a lot of
concrete.
it in here.
I don't think it was.
Yeah, right, I don't think it was.
So basically, that's the downfall of the diamond plate. The intention was to put the diamond plate back. Had we, and the intention was never to take out the left sidewalk and replace it, was to restore the steel supporting the plate, and then putting a new plate on it.
Any other questions?
I must say, can I show you one other photograph? This is the result of, this is the next one.
That's what it is
too.
today.
This is the finished product at this point. There is no glass sidewalk in this district at all. So basically, if you look down, you're looking down on east and west. So we tend to.
None in this district?
That's basically what we're.
What about diamond plate? Is there diamond plate in the district?
We never put it.
You didn't put it in, but do you see it elsewhere on the streets?
Oh, no, I haven't seen any. I mean, so this block here, I don't know about the rest of it. I walk around and see if there's
Just
any
say this
sidewalk
block.
around the district. There's none on the street,
That's, thank you. It's-
On your block, you mean? 'Cause
on this
there's-
block,
Yeah.
both sides.
That's why I was looking at Sarah.
Okay. Any other questions?
I
All right, I think
finished.
we're finished, yes. There are no more questions, so. All right, we have the community board's recommendation that CB2 recommends approval of this application. So they've approved it, and we'll take public testimony. Kelly Carroll?
Kelly Carroll, Historic Districts Council. HDC does not find concrete poured over historic vault lights to be acceptable work as it removes visible historic fabric from the district. We ask the Commission to deny this proposal and work with the applicant to find a better solution. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other speakers on this item? All right, if there are no speakers, we could go into discussion. I myself think the existing condition is fine, but if others feel strongly about trying to bring back the diamond plate, we can take that into consideration.
So, I don't
Yes.
think we're saying so much to bring it back as to sometimes use it as like a marker, a
Mhm.
memory of something that
Okay.
was. And so it's become like sort of shorthand for the glass. Like that.
Right,
Because
right,
We're
right.
there, but it's
Yes,
not to
I
bring it back.
understand
So
that.
it's a question, and clearly they had them at one time. They were in this sidewalk.
Mhm.
So it's a question of, do we want anything to remember that they were there or not?
Right, right. Yes,
It is-
Hannah?
It is something we have been typically doing in districts where
We
it's.
have normally asked for
yeah,
it to be put
normally
back,
we would do.
and
Unless there's a reason not to, I don't know how others feel.
Yeah, I think the diamond plate, putting the diamond plate on top of the concrete would be the least bad solution,
Okay.
and it's certainly consistent with other stuff that we've done here.
all right, that sounds good.
Yeah, I
Yes.
just, I think
Please go ahead.
the photograph of what's been done kind of belies the problem. There's always a two-part system. There's the sidewalk, and then there's the other
Right.
part that was often glass block, glass,
Light-
what do they call
lights,
them?
yeah.
The bullet glass, or,
Bolt lights.
or the diamond plate. And we're not going to get the glass
Right.
pieces back, but I think the diamond plate or scoring or something I mean, this just looks wrong to me,
Okay.
what's there, so we got to do something.
All right, well, I think we can, yes, we can, you can work with staff to see that you can put back the diamond plate. Is that fine with the applicants? We understand that, right? Okay. All right. Okay, so the motion to close? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay,
17.
In a matter of
35.
35 Great Jones Street, NoHo Historic District Extension. Application is to legalize sidewalk work completed and non-compliant with landmarks, completed in non-compliance with Landmarks Preservation Commission permits. I recommend approval with modifications, finding that although the remaining cast iron vault light panels were removed in non-compliance with the approved scope of work, they had been previously compromised by prior repair campaigns, compromised by prior campaigns, repair campaigns, and were concealed from view at the time of designation. Okay, so what is it? However, the cast iron vault lights were once a significant feature of the building and streetscape. Therefore, I recommend that diamond plate panels be installed to recall the historic presence of the missing vault lights.
okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, this has been passed.